Hello, everybody. I wanted to do something a little different today, and I hope it's okay. Um, I have been having so many different thoughts coming to me, and today I just got back from out of town for a funeral, and I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm just not financially, and I knew that going to this funeral I was gonna see I was gonna see money, people with money, and they're gonna show it. That's what I was saying. I said I'm gonna either see people with money or I'm gonna see people who faking it. Kind of saw a little both. So I was thinking about all like when I talk to different people, I get so many different views and inspiration and just thought. And there was one person that said something, and the conversation was like they were telling me their job, what type of work they did. And I didn't think about it at first. And I was just like, it was simple. It wasn't bad. Okay. It was really simple. Nothing for me to even try to down. I'm not trying to put that person down. I was just thinking about how people will tell you if you being introduced to somebody say, oh, I work here and I went to school there. Um, my father is this, my mother is this. You just have those people who are happy of their accomplishments, right? And so I was saying to myself, I really don't care about nobody positions in life. What I care about is I want to know about your spiritual life. And what I'm saying is I want to be introduced to people that say, honey, I've been serving the Lord for so many years, baby. I know every prayer there is, and I know how to get a breakthrough. I remember this time when I ain't had this, and God delivered me. I want those type of people in my life. I want to be around those people that can tell me how to get a prayer through. I want people to be around people who can tell me about the spiritual things about God. Give me, for instance, like, hey, I remember one day this happened to me, and I was like, oh God, and God turned my car the other way. I want to meet people who can say, I remember when I was this and I was that, and I used to do this and that, and when I prayed, I was instantly changed. I want to be around people like that. I want to hear about the goodness of God. I want to have those conversations about I I'm saying I want to have those conversations about I enjoyed the conversation about the the ones who didn't have all that or who put this out was just like how we can help people. Like we can tell stories like, well, I want to be in a situation where I can bless people, not in a situation to receive. If we do receive this, we already making provision on what we gonna do with it. And as we look back on it, we ain't even talking about using getting this position to go on this money to go on cruises and stuff like that. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, we want to use. I want to get around people who want to use this money to help people. Let's see, we see somebody on the street. Okay, well they on the street, so they need some place to stay. They ain't got nowhere to go. Well, let me go in here and get this house and just let them stay there. And tell them you can live here, but it's your responsibility to get the lights, the water on, to get furniture in here. That's your responsibility. I give you this place. Now, when you get the lights and the water turned on, that means in order for you to get the lights and water turned on, you gotta have money. But at least you won't have to worry about no place to stay. So if you got some place to stay, you can have your address there, and then you go get a job. And then once you get your job to turn on your lights and your water and your gas, then we can kind of focus on like your transportation, getting you back and forth from work. And so once we do that, we can focus on getting you got your transportation. Maybe you can go a little bit further with your job because you got a nice place. You can go further because you got a nice car to get there. Okay, so now after we got these basic things down, then now let's talk about, okay, you already living in the house. This can be your house. Pay me a little sum of money and you can have it. It ain't gotta be that fancy. Duplex. It can be um a tiny house. We can see if the if and I'm not talking about like, yeah, we can fix these houses up. We can fix the houses up, but I'm just saying this is the type of friends I want. This type of people I'm looking for in my life. I'm looking for people that saying if God bless me with some, I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna give back to His people by doing this and this and this and this. And not only standing on that, making an oath with God that God, I'm gonna do this. Now, God, in the midst of me doing this, I'm gonna take some of this. I'm gonna take some of this, my little portion out of this, God, because I want to be able to be on my family legacy up. And God, I do want to go on a trip. So I do want to go on a trip. I want to go on a trip, God, but I want to do something positive with my money. And God say, okay, well, we can do that. We can make that happen. I don't want to know about where you work. I don't want to know about who you hang with. I want to know how can you get a prayer through. Because somebody out here hurt. They don't know how to pray. You got a testimony in you to help somebody get through and you don't want to tell about it. You don't want to talk about it because you feel like it's small. But somebody need to know how to get through it. Somebody need to hear how to get through that. How did you do it? How did you survive? How did you get through the most traumatic thing in your life? How did you make it? Once you survive whatever that, what did you do to um to try to forget it? What steps did you take to, like, if you um in that situation where you can feel these, you so traumatized, you're so traumatized that you don't know how to make through it because you somebody's coming and act just like that person that traumatized you. Somebody else did something. Maybe they hit the table and shook you, and that person that traumatized you used to hit the table. How did you make it? How did you get through? I don't care about where you work. I don't care about what school you went to. I don't care about how many degrees you got. I don't care. I don't. And I'm so sorry if and I'm sorry that I don't care. I don't care for because how is that benefit me? It ain't. It's benefiting you, and that's what it's supposed to do, benefit you. But what I want to do, I want to. There are some people here that want to help God's people. You see a young lady walking down the street. What's she walking down the street for? She ain't got nowhere to stay. She gotta have somewhere to stay. Is she walking down up and down the street? She gotta have somewhere to stay. But it's her walk. It's the where she's staying safe. Is she being forced to walk up and down the street? Hmm? Is she being forced? Is she being forced to walk up and down the street because for whatever reason? So she hurt every day because she got to walk up and down the street. Where she stay? Well, hey, if you have somewhere to stay we can get you something to stay to get yourself together. But we got to do this. This is the plan. So this plan, I'm not focused right now. I'm not focused on what I ain't gonna do and what it was gonna happen. What it was. Well, you got to think about the bad. No, I'm thinking about she already in a bad situation. What could be worse than me taking a chance on somebody, buying them, getting them somewhere to stay? Huh? She already at the bottom. What can be worse than at the bottom? Dead? But she got to walk up and down the street. Maybe she got to walk up and down the street because she got a little one. She ain't got nobody to watch the little one. Got to do what she got to do. I wanna be in that situation, and that's the whole point I was making about this. It's just that I don't. We hear. How did you get a prayer through to God? I've been praying to God and praying to God, and they told me that say in the name of Jesus, and I just been praying and praying, and it seemed like my prayers, like God ain't answering my prayer. Can you testify and tell somebody you've been in a situation and you fully understand what they're going through? You know how it felt like when you was praying, when you was going through what you was going through, and it seemed like God, like you asking, are you real? Huh? Somebody, you asking God, hello? You knocking and tapping, are you there, God? Are you real? And somebody, because they ain't hear no answer, they said, well, okay, well, forget it. I'm just gonna go serve the other one. And the other one give them all this cars and jobs and houses and stuff. And then next time you know, their life messed up. So if you know what you know, why are you not testifying and trying to help somebody? Everybody got calls, and we appreciate y'all folks who want to tell us y'all this and y'all that. But can you tell me how you got a prayer through? Hmm? Can you tell me how you made it through? How you get your car? What steps did you take? Can you teach me? Some people want you to be beneath them. They don't want you to be on the side of them. They don't want you to be hiding them. They want you to be down. They want you to be on the street in the cold. So if the infinite divine creator was to bless you, what you gonna bless? How you gonna bless him? What you gonna do for him? When the most important thing that the infinite divine creator love is his creation. It wasn't nothing just for, yeah, he loved how he created what we call the planet. But when he created male and female, his greatest, in my opinion, we looking at it like, oh, look how magnificent he is. He created the stars and all that. But the infinite divine creator created man, male and female. He created you. You are his greatest creation. So for those who take care of his greatest creation, don't you know what he about to do? What divine source is about to do? He about to bless all them folks who took care of the least. We finna see people at the bottom go to the top. The last shall be first. We finna witness that. Because the people at the bottom was the ones who cared about God's creation. I'ma share this. How you get through Jamaica with no car? I had to search for other reliable transportation. My job, I searched for a bus. Well, the bus didn't run early in the morning. How did you make it? Well, my husband had another car. So what he did, he would take me to work in the morning and I caught the bus home. Yeah, it was a 2-hour ride, but I sacrificed. People would see me running to the bus. I was running to the bus so much, I was on the bus. Listen, I was on the bus with homeless folks. They got a couple of coins just to get on the bus, to ride on the bus, to stay out the warm, and just to ride, just to rest for like an hour. just to sit on the bus because the bus won't say nothing about you going to sleep. So a homeless person on the bus or a homeless person on the train, they actually didn't pay their fare because they couldn't get in there without paying their fare. So they got enough money to get a bus fare to stay on a bus for like 4 hours. Because you got to transfer or all day pass, $3 or $4. And maybe go to sleep for about an hour or two. So what else did you do? What else did you do? Well, I, somebody, I got to talking with somebody on my job and we talked and all of a sudden, we got into where we lived at. And that person said, well, I live over that way too. I said, well, do you mind if I could ride with you, to work? I was going to still ride the bus, but at least I can get there so it wouldn't be so much of my husband. So that person end up coming, not only pick me up, but taking me to work. But wait a minute, what else? What else happened? I was still praying, still talking to God in the midst of. And that person said, trying to get that person gas money. That person, no, don't give me no gas money. Just save that money up and try to get you some. Listen, how you gonna help get a how you make it? We don't care about where you live. We don't care what you got. Are you taking care of God's great creation? Are you happy at least? Saved up some money. Husband saved up some money. Got me a little car, Frankie. That's her name, Frankie. She ain't the best. She ain't brand new. She ain't got the shiny whistles. She ain't got none of this. But what she got is a good old heart, and she pumping, and she taking me back and forth to work. What your story? You can share your story to help somebody. How did you make it through? We see you with the cars. We see you with the houses. We see you with this and that. But tell us, what are the steps so we can do a little bit better? You got it. Why keep that to yourself? Share it. Tell us, how did you do it? How did you make it? They write books to sell. And they write books and they got people that do, they got people that give all this knowledge. And I just say to myself, Lord, Lord, I just want to know how. And this man came on. I got to go back and watch. I was asleep in some kind of way. The algorithm went to what I asked God for. Share it, people. I don't care about these folks that believe in this, whatever they want to believe in. I'm just sharing with y'all how I'm saying it's real. God is real. I'm saying, God, you want to say divine souls, whatever. You can make it. You made it out of your situation. You survived. And the way you felt, the pain that you felt, what would you do? What would you write about concerning that pain that will help somebody who heartbroken? What would you wish somebody would have did for you? Tell your story. We are not here to judge listen, God's real people, God's people, his true and honest folks are here. We can't do it alone. Somebody needs help. If you was walking up down the street and God has changed your life, tell somebody your story. If you was on the street homeless and you got off, tell somebody your stories. Create and write about what you wish somebody would have did when you was down, What you wish somebody would have said. What you would have wish somebody had offered you. I don't care if it was like, well, you saw a lady, you were so hungry, and you saw a lady eating a Twix candy bar, and you knew it was 2 Twix candy bars in there, and you asked that lady if she could have a piece. You kind of told a little story. Well, man, could I have a piece? I always wanted to taste it. Y'all was just talking. She was like, he and share one with you. So you did that to talk to people, to get to talk to people so they can share food with you, and that's how you stayed, how you ate. Tell your story. I want to hear how you made it through. So that way we got a new, so that way we keeping this is what we doing, just like the stories we got in the Bible. We looking at those stories, but now some people like, well, make it relevant, make it up to date, because y'all telling us this happened years ago. Well, okay, my situation ain't like that situation in the Bible, and so I can't relate to that. That's what somebody been saying. I can't relate to what that's going through, but I'm dealing with this right here. And put that, whatever you dealing with, do a hashtag so somebody who looking for an answer can find an answer, so they can make it, they can get through it. We saw how everybody got the cards. We saw the how they whoop-de-doo, as the man said, whoop-de-doo. We saw that. We on spiritual things. How you make it? How did you do it? How did you do it? How did you deal with this? So that way, when that person put that out there, and you go out there and talk to them, so now you can just ask them a question. Hey, just ask them a question. I want to ask you this. And that person can't talk about you, because how that person gonna talk about you? Y'all in the same boat. Y'all in the same ship. Y'all got the same thing going on. So I know y'all dealt with the same, y'all trauma on the same level. And y'all trying to figure out how to help each other get out this boat. Or that person was, you know what I'm saying, they got out first, and so they saying, okay, well, what I did was, okay, I was nervous at first, then I realized, well, we out here on this big old ocean, so I'm like, I'm all alone, so what can I do? And so I'm like, I need to get him, and then say, oh, well, I had a life jacket on. So I had a life jacket on, and what I did was, and I was like, I didn't know how to swim. So what I was like, with a life jacket gonna keep me afloat. So what I can do is, let me try to just use it's gonna keep me afloat. But which way the current going? So the current went this way. Tell people exactly how you made it. And that person can say, wow, and that person can get healed because of you. And so once that person get healed, then that person can say, well, hey, let me go back and talk to this person who uploaded the YouTube video, uploaded the TikTok video, and they said how they got out of this situation. So then what I said was, I'm going to go get that person, and we're going to go back, and not only we're going to go back and help all the others who was in the same situation we was in. Each human being is dealing with a trauma. So that person that's in the boat, their situation may be a little bit smaller, but there's somebody who in a big old ship. Your boat can fit in their ship, and you can look at their boat and be like, oh my goodness. When they start telling you stuff, because see, they didn't got to that ship because they ain't healed. We trying to heal folks right here at the boat. Cause we don't want all this trauma getting on. We not trying to build ships no more. Not in that sense with concerning trauma. I'm using it as a little analogy. And if that's not the right analogy, I'm sorry. I want to know how you made it. How you got through. Men too. Young men out here going through stuff, and nobody want to talk about what this trauma is, what they went through as a child, what they went through as adolescent. Girls go through something. If we going through something, surely the men going through something. Something going on. They need help too. But I got to make it seem like I got everything going on, but I got some insecurities inside of me. As a man, we was taught, tell your story. Tell your story. Somebody need help. The ones who gonna sit up here, if you put it out there public, and the ones sit up here and want to laugh and joke and that stuff, that ain't, see, they trying to, those they got them, the ones who got them like a little I call yachts or whatever, cause see, they got a little different. They like to take, what they do is kind of switch it off and say, oh well, yeah, she got this, but they got so much other drama going on the yacht. They try to make it seem like they carrying a lot. So they try to sit up here well, let me flip the script. Let me turn on the other side. Go, at least did trauma is trauma. Some people got way more. We got different levels. You got the boat, the yacht, and the ship. Each one of them can carry a different amount, a different weight load. And the people with the ships, they just now, if you consider yourself one with the ship, we finna, all of us, we finna go to new land. We finna let them ships sail away, and we finna walk on land. And now I ain't talking about trying to visit none of these. We finna let them ships sail, cause we got a new horizon to go to. We got somewhere to go. So I hope this video helps somebody. I really do. I hope it helps somebody. I do. No more. I don't care. I don't care. I want, what you do. Let me ask you a question. What you do when you got this job? What type of obstacles did you have to get over? How did you deal with, like, working in a workplace full of men, working in a workplace full of women, or working in a workplace with people of not the same color? How did you deal with those challenges? Instead of, girl, don't talk to her or don't talk to him because they is, no. I need to know. We on spiritual things with me. How you get through? How you make it? How you make it in this job? What did you have to do to get to this job? What did you have to do to get into this position? I don't want to work this position, but yet in the future, I want to get some pointers because maybe I want to take some tips or something. Can you share that? What school did you go to? How did you, this is what I'm talking about. We're trying to heal. We're trying to heal. If you sit back, we start with the man in the mirror. We looking at ourselves. We looking at ourselves, and we turning the camera on ourselves because we fit to heal ourselves. We fit to heal ourselves and let go of this trauma. We not fit to keep recycling this trauma. It stopped. It stopped at December. It stopped December the 31st, 2025. And for those who know the truth, though, they saying it's when the new year actually comes. But whatever, for me, since they going by this calendar, that's when it stopped. That trauma staying back there. We finna heal. We finna move forward. We finna sit up here and talk. And if the person ain't there that need to talk, well, hold on, wait a minute. They not here to defend themselves. We finna be grown. They not here to defend themselves. So wait a minute. Let's call them up and let them know what's going on. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm in the room. Such and such is in the room, and another person in the room. The reason why you on the phone is because I called because we were all told a story about you, but we get conflicting stories. So before we tell a lie on you, we wanted to get you in just to make sure, because I could have interpreted what you said wrong. We need to heal. Wait a minute. Let's pull up some receipts. Let's bring some truth. Did you not tell me? Come on now, let's bring, and when you bring the timelines, it was around this time. We finna start telling the truth. We finna cut these, we finna break these lies down. We finna stop them right now. We finna stop these lies. We finna speak truth. How you get through? What did y'all do when y'all had argument? Me and my sister had arguments. We didn't have arguments, but I like, and I'm telling y'all this because this is true. This is what happened. And I said, and I love my sister dearly, but and I told her, I said, well, when I said what I said, it was my fault. I said I wasn't saying that to feel sad, sorry. It was my fault. I'm taking on the shit because it was my fault. You was right. It was my fault. So I had to hang up the phone, and I said, "Y'all, I'm gonna hang up the phone." I hung up the phone. I didn't slam it in. I had to hang it up because I had to go back and sit up here. Now I'm dealing with something I did, something I said wrong, and I'm like, you know what? It was your fault. Why? You're in the wrong. So what you gonna do to correct it? And I corrected it, and which is why we came back today. And then the reason why I corrected, because I said I know what it was like to not talk to my sister for a couple of months. I'm not gonna let that happen no more. We just worked. I did all that work to get back talking on with my sister. And now if something bothers me, I can explain it instead of her thinking something negative. She'll know. Oh, well, Mika told me this. We ain't finna deal with that. She be saying you crazy, but that's you. But I'm just what I'm saying to myself is I'm like, if she wants, will she tell me? I'm gonna do it. I want to make her happy because I know that's one of the things she's telling me. It's not like she's not telling me stuff ahead of advance. If she tell me something, she told me this is what she want to do, and if I say okay, then she's holding me to that okay. Then if I get when we get somewhere and I don't want to do it, she'll say it's fine. But I did say, and she right, she did say that. And now, anyway, I'm just using this for an example, guys. Because we want to know, how did you make it? How did you get through? How did you survive the trauma that you went through? Why you ashamed to share your story? And it's about more, maybe about 500 people that's dealing with the same thing you dealing with. But each one of us holding these traumas inside, and we creating ships. We putting all this extra weight on us because we ashamed of what happened to us. We're human. Things happen. Things happen to a lot of people. Some worse than some horrible. But we need to talk. We need to get together to figure out, how are we going to make it through? What can we do to heal? How are we going to heal each other? How are we going to help each other? What do you do? Some days I have night terrors. How did you make it through the night terrors? How did you make it when you didn't sleep? How did you make it when you cried and you want to break down? We need some folks to tell us, how did they make it through? Where are these people? That's what I'm asking for. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care where you stay. I don't care. How did you make it through your spiritual attacks? How did you make it when your mama died? How did you make it when your daddy died? How did you make it when your something happened to your kids? How did you make it when you lose your house? Tell your story. Tell your story. People out here hurt. And it grieves my heart, my chest right here. Let me point at my chest right here. It's weak. It's weak. It's hurting. I know where it's hurting. But some of us need to heal. I love you. I love you. Do you touch your heart and tell your heart, I love you? You just look at you beating. I hear a little drum. I hear some snares. Go on, create another beat. Mm, 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 mm. Go on, create another beat. Boom, 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 boom. Go on, create another beat. Boom, boom. Look at you. I love you. I do. I'm so grateful for you. This is my heart. I forgot which side my heart on. This ain't my heart. This is my breast. Oh, oh my God. Oh, yeah. But you tell I'm pointing to my chest. I'm pointing right here because it is hurting. So that's why I said my heart. But point to your chest. I love you. I love you. I thank you for the beat. Thank you for pumping the blood. Thank you. I love you. Can we show somebody I love you? Tug yourself, touch yourself. I love you. I love you. Nobody ever said they love you. Let's do it together. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I'm in love with you. I love you. I do. Thank you. You've been with me from the beginning and I mistreated you. I took took advantage of you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you through all that heartache. I didn't. I'm so sorry. It hurted you more than me. We connected, but I did this. I did this to myself. I'm so sorry. I was a fool. I was so misguided. I thought something. I thought he loved me, or I thought she loved me, or it just hurt. I didn't like it, and it just broke my heart. It just broke my. I can't. Let me first. Let's heal ourselves. Let's have conversations with ourselves, and let's heal. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm happy for those who have succeeded and made it in life. I really am. But in 2026, I want to be surrounded by people who got a testimony and tell me how they made it through. We need people to help. We need to form groups. If for all the people who have lost houses and had to start over, all the people who have had troubles in their marriages, and we gotta just let's heal. Let's heal so we can create the earth that we want. But we gotta no more ships. We gotta let these ships go. We not taking this Trump. We're not adding on and creating no. We fit to start with people at boat level and heal them right there. And in the process of healing them, we gonna be healed. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And until next time, okay? Bye guys.